Hey YouTube friends, it's Rainy and Shadow from the Woolly Llama Shop, and we are here for day 69 of the 100 Days of Halloween 2025 Craft-A-Long. For those of you who are new here, what is this Craft-A-Long? Well, my Craft-A-Long started way back in July, about a week before the 100 days was supposed to start, which was my birthday. Actually, no, I was thinking about it before then, but you know, it just all materialized around my birthday. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a blanket, and I wanted it to have 100 squares, one for each day of the 100 days of Halloween. I did not want this ginormous thing that I was working on because it isn't. I live in Southeast Texas, and I did not want this huge blanket on my lap in July. Didn't want it to happen. But I thought it would be easy enough to make 100 blocks, one each day. I mean, it doesn't sound unreasonable, 6 by 6. We can do it. Or so I thought. I am still drawing out blocks for you every day out of my cute little Jinx, the Jinxed Jack-o'-lantern of Joy, and also crochet hook holder. I'm still making blocks, I'm still doing things, but my plan has deviated from the original path. Originally, I was doing them all in order. I was doing, I was just doing it as I went, and I got behind because I don't know what I was thinking, because I have a very full, busy life. But when I am not at work at either of my two jobs that I have a crafting job, and then I have a work job where I'm a nurse. And so between those two jobs, I have a little smidgy bit of housework because it's just me, my husband, and the dog. But I craft for the rest of my time. I always have yarn or thread or something in my hands from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. And sometimes even if I wake up in the middle of the night, I have a project beside my bed, and I have one of those little neck lamps. And I am addicted to yarn. Well, and thread too, because I like to sew. I like to embroider and to cross stitch. But anyway, I have a very full life, and I got behind. And I was starting to get discouraged, and I was thinking it wasn't fun, and I very quickly shifted, and I'm like, I want to do this project. And so I started removing the boundaries that I had set for myself. Now, I do have more than 100 blocks because I keep finding them. That's another addiction. But I write everything down on my handy dandy calendar. And as I finish the blocks that I do, I highlight them in the yellow. I keep track of the name and the number of the block, and I don't necessarily do them all in order. I kind of try to follow along, but it's not necessarily going in order. I was very structured, very rigid in the beginning, and now I'm just letting go. So my blanket is called the blanket that spiders built, because in the very first 30 days, Jinx decided it would be cool for spiders to take over my blanket. And so that brings me to what I have been working on. And see, sometimes I work on blocks, and then I have this ginormous center panel that I'm working on. This is going to be in the center. It's going to take the place of 16 blocks. So it is going to make my blanket bigger. Oh, and I have to show you. This is where we were last time when you saw it. See my cute little stitch marker that Missy gave me. Missy from Missy's Yarniverse and More. She gave me a spider stitch marker, and I put it right there in the corner where we were at. So I've done, let's see, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows since you've seen this last. So yeah, he's almost a whole spider. I just have some legs left on this side over here, and the crochet hook. Whoop. See it? Right? I'm on the wrong side, aren't I? Anyway, over there's a pink crochet hook because the spiders are helping me make the blanket. So, I tried to draw out, if I can get this out of here without knocking everything over. I tried to draw out a schematic so you could kind of see what I'm doing. I have two different options. And so it depends on how many spider blocks I end up with, but it's got 105 blocks total because this is the big center one right here. And then I just go around it. Now the blocks with S's in them, that's where I plan on putting spider blocks to kind of go, you know, evenly dispersed throughout the blanket. But one has 21 spiders, and I don't know if I'm going to have that many. The other is just going to be 13. 13 is a good Halloweenish type number if you are that kind of person. But that's my plans. So, yeah. Now, some of my yarny friends decided they wanted to come along for the ride, and they are Missy at Missy's Yarniverse and More. She is also making a blanket. She says I'm the structured one, but man, she has a structure of her own, and she has stayed caught up, and she has got 69 blocks down. I've already seen her video for today. She's got she probably got more than that because she's on vacation and she pre-recorded all of this, so she's probably goodness knows where. But as she gets groups of 10 done, she puts them together in a C2C fashion, and she's already got hers. She's already started putting hers together. I can't put mine together until the center gets done because I'm going to work from the center out. And so, but she is a little less structured in the idea of she has no idea what she's going to do for hers every day. She wakes up and comes up with an idea. Either she freehands a block, or she steals one of mine, or she finds her own, even though I don't know how she can possibly find any more that I haven't possibly found. It surprises me. Sometimes she does. But she is just totally throwing these things out there, and I'm like, what? So through COVID and through vacation, she has stayed caught up. She is a trooper. Love her to death. So, but then there's also Nova at Nova Gnome Creation. She is making wearables. She is making sweaters for her and some littles in her life. She's using blocks to make the sweaters. And she's using some of the same motifs we are. She's making her own. She is just going to town with her sweaters. We've not seen the sweaters because they're a surprise. We know what she's making. She's told us she's making them. She's shown us the blocks. I've even seen a little bit of the creation process. But she's keeping it all under wraps until the 13 days of Yarnoween, which is coming up soon because we're in October almost. Yeah, I'm totally messed up because I was off this weekend, and for some strange reason, I'm thinking today is Tuesday, and it's not. It's Monday. Saturday was like the Twilight Zone for me. Yesterday was Monday to me, and now today is Tuesday. Don't know. I digress. So, the fourth person who I can actually claim that is in this little group of ours is Patricia at Yarny Cat Crochet. She is all over the place. She is using blocks also. But she is using blocks to make scarves, to make purses. Oh, well, I say that like it's plural. No, she made a scarf and a purse. She's made some amigurumi. She's working her projects in between her other committed stuff. And so, who knows what she's going to come up with next. And it's, but anyway, if you too would like to get involved in this, it is not too late. just send me your pictures and tell me you want to join in the crochet along. It's never too late. Or, well, it's not even a crochet along, it's a craft along. Send me pictures of whatever you're doing this fall, as long as it's fall and Halloween related, and I will be glad to send you a patch for free. Just send me your address and the pictures. That's all I want. That's all I need to be able to mail this to you. So you can be a part of our tribe. It is an iron-on patch, or I can make it a magnet if you prefer. I have both. I have the prototype, the very first one. I always make a magnet because I stick it to my embroidery machine, which is right here. It's got metal legs, and so I always stick the prototypes on there. I was just doing a trial run of a Spider-Man one night. It's my first ever Spider-Man that I ever did on Maxie over here. That's my machine's name, is Maxie. I used to have Maxie and Minnie. Minnie died. Minnie crapped out, and I don't have Minnie anymore. So, but at the time, it was a little Minnie Mouse personal single needle. And then Maxie, of course, because opposite Maxie and Minnie. Anyway, so now I still have Maxie, and I have a replacement for Minnie, but it doesn't have a name because it just doesn't have a name. I can't call it Minnie too. So, let's see. Talked about my friends. I've invited you to join. I've shown you my progress. You don't have to have anything fancy. If you want to follow along and make the blocks and do whatever you want to, I am using scraps and partials and floppies and, oh, I got one more thing to show you. I found a new candy bowl to keep all of my stuff in. Use it for a yarn bowl. So, and it's got little gnomes on it. Got it at Goodwill. Makes a good yarn bowl. My yarn doesn't care where it comes from, and neither do I. So folks, that's about all there is to catching you up. Nothing fancy, no kit required, just a little bit of your time. And you don't even have to join in if you don't want to. You can watch the shenanigans, which I am your main shenanigator, your host, the hostess with the mostest. And so yeah, that leads us up to the draw. Sorry, that's annoying. What does Jinx have for us today? Jinx has the lovely number 58. So let me move some stuff around because my desk is still a mess. It was a mess yesterday. It hasn't gotten much better. Give me a second to pull up my OneNote. So block 58 is yes! I already have it done. I have been waiting for this one. And I can finally move it to where it belongs. It is by Golden Lucy Crafts. And it is the Ghost Gnome Applique. Whoop. There you go. I don't even have to put up a picture because there's one already done. And this is for you, Miss Nova Gnome at Nova Gnome Creations. I saw this and thought of you, and I was like, I have to put a gnome in. So it is my ghost gnomey. And I'm going to put it down here where it belongs, in the box, with the rest. I've had that one done for a while. That's the super secret block that I have been talking about for a while. I saw that, I think I did it, last week, week before? I don't know. I lose track of time. So, got to put it on the calendar, and I get to highlight it. So I think it's more than anything just habit now to just write it down. I mean, I guess I don't have to because I don't plan on putting them in order anymore. But so folks, that about wraps it up for today. And I hope you have a frightfully fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you